Welcome back to the Me and My Cousins podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Bang. And today, I want to introduce someone to you all. I'm here today with the empowering, motivating, lover of others, lover of self, owner, manager, CEO, registered nurse, travel nurse, Norfolk State University alumni,
Keep going.
women's health and wellness advocate,
Yes.
goddess mother of two, Miss Allegra Elevated Soul Lewis.
Yes. How's everyone doing? Greetings, beautiful souls to everyone out there. Thank you so much, cousin, for having me. I give all praise and thanks for being in this place at this time. How about I say at this moment?
This moment, bless.
This was designed. This was divinely guided and designed.
Absolutely.
So thank you. I honor you.
Bless. Bless.
Yes.
So, cuz, on the Me and My Cousins podcast, and it's ironic, this is one of my cousins.
Yes,
I told you that's why I named it this, because I already know I got a lot of cousins. They do a lot of great things. So you're gonna be seeing my guests. They'll just happen to be my cousin. All right. So, but what we like to do starting out, cuz, on the first segment, break the ice before we jump into things. So, just like to ask you some questions that maybe you can share with the people out there, and just get into the nitty gritty a little bit later.
Absolutely.
So for next,
he said it nitty gritty. Okay, now going deep.
That's right. The first question,
yes,
for the elevated soul would be, what's one of the funniest pickup lines you've ever heard in person from a guy?
Oh my God, cousin, you started it off. You started it.
I mean, that made you laugh to the point you damn near bust out laughing in the man's face.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, a lot of it I'm just gonna keep down in here right behind, because it was certain things that was said.
Gotcha.
Probably first the main lies is, you got a man. Right, we're at that phase. I feel like if we're on elevation and we speak of being kings or queens, right, it should be a certain approach, and it's, you got a man, and are you happy? Right, because I'm gonna make you happy. And I say to them, I come back and say, cousin, I am happy because I love me.
Because you love you. Ooh.
I love me first. So I don't look for someone to make me happy, because everything that I need, I find within me. Now, before then, if you'd have asked me this 20 years ago, right?
It's a different story.
It's a different story. We're young, we're growing, we're evolving, and we're trying to get to know life. But now I'm like, I'm good, right? I love me, so I know how to make me happy, right? I bring peace within myself. But that probably was one of the funniest pickup lines, or, oh, you think you too good for me. And I said, I am. Okay. Just the fact that you had to say that, right? If you're addressing me as such, you would address me first, hey queen, right? And then and I'm like, well, no, I'm on my healing journey. I'm not interested right now. You think you're too good for me?
Wow. Just told you I was healing.
Right? I'm on that. I don't want to mix certain things. So I want to be able to assure that I'm prepared and ready. Right. So, yeah, that was one of the.
Okay. Speaking of healing, even though we're breaking the ice, that was just a powerful jewel you dropped, because I know a lot of ladies and men could relate to.
Yes.
Speaking of healing, how delicate is that process, do you think, when it comes to healing in this form that you're speaking of, healing the soul from something traumatizing that took place?
Oh, my gosh, cousin. When you see it on a social media, you read about it, people think it's all butterflies, fairy dust, and you're going to walk around.
You in the mountains. Yeah, no shoes.
Baby, true healing and shadow work. You're crying, you're screaming, hair sticking up. You might not can get out of bed at times, right? Can't eat. You're really going within self, right? Because on this journey, it's not about anybody else, right? It's really about you. And what's happening with me to attract this, attract that, what's going on within me, right? Those very traumas that's been embedded in me for a very long time, childhood, right? And beyond. So when I had to really sit with self, and I still do, right? It allowed me to really see, and it was not easy. But once I set my mind free and stopped trying to control the outcomes, it was a different feeling. I have that out there, I don't give a fuck attitude, right?
Powerful.
Period. Because at the end of the day, what you eat, cousin, I don't shit, right? That's a true saying. So I had to say, what is it about you, Allegra, right? Define you, not what everybody else says you are, right?
Facts.
Because it say, and we'll previous to, you were Boogie's wife. You are a mother of two. You are a daughter. You are that. But who is Allegra?
Right.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I? Not what everybody else defines or say I should be, but who am I?
Who am I?
So the start of the spiritual journey and the conquest to understand who I am and to understand that is tough.
Tough.
It's not for the weak-minded, right? Because it's easy. What people don't understand, it's easy to become sedentary and complacent, right? You get accustomed to it and you get used to it. So it's like, yeah, I can go back to that. I don't like it, but it's easy. Right? If it was made easy, a lot more people would be doing it. Right? So it's at that stage where I said, I can't give up. I will tell anyone, I don't care who you are, and that goes to my children. My healing is the most important.
Number one.
Number one, my spiritual journey, who I am, where I'm going is the most important thing, and then everything else follows.
That's right.
This is my journey, and then I'll add those to this journey who understands me and who I want.
That's right.
And it becomes a small circle. Right? You may know, I may know lots of people, but those who I allow in my space become very small. And it's small. And I'm okay with that.
That's the goddess mentality.
I'm okay with that. Absolutely.
So just to sum it all up, the healing process. A guy who says, "Do you got a man?" You don't have a chance. You don't understand the healing process.
Correct.
That's a bad shot.
That's a bad shot.
You might call it shooting your shot. The commentator said, "Oh, that was an awful shot.
No, that
was a terrible shot. That was not in the flow of the offense."
Right.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So Queen has spoken.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you got a man? Well, that, like you said, that statement. And then it's almost like looking at you like, do you even know who you are?
Right.
Before you approach me. And that's the first thing I say. It's not what I would say, I do not dismiss what you're saying, and I am here. You shoot shot, right? I'm not want to be like, right? I'm not that.
Yeah.
But I am going to say, so you're not ready for someone like me, right? That's just it. You're not ready for someone like me, and that's okay.
Facts.
That's it. Get you together before you approach me.
Okay. You heard that, right?
That's it.
This is Queen talk right now.
That's it. You know it. You know it.
All right, cuz. So moving a little along, we're going to keep the ice breaking going on. And I have cuz I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. They're either or.
Okay.
You have to pick one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's almost if you could do you had to pick one or the other for the rest of your life.
Okay.
That type of question.
Okay.
All right. Question number one. Yoga or meditation?
Oh boy, I would meditate. Meditation is main top.
Okay.
But I do some yoga while I'm meditating. But I would say meditation.
You had to go with
absolutely.
Meditation. Okay, meditation.
Absolutely.
Beats out yoga.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Next question. Karaoke or line dancing to Betty White music?
Karaoke is it.
Karaoke
is it. I go to karaoke bars or lounges all the time, and I'm karaokeing in the house, in my towel, in my robe. It doesn't matter. So I would say karaoke any day.
So line dancing with Betty White music can't hold.
I like line dancing, but I'm not gonna say that would be my choice.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give up karaoke.
I ain't giving up karaoke. You heard that?
That's right.
All right. So here we go. We move on to the next one. Cuz, which do you prefer? I kind of already know the answer, but based on what you already said, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. My producer's in my ear. I'm going to ask her.
All right.
So, Norfolk Flea Market or the Virginia Beach Carnival?
Masquerade Carnival? Is that what we're speaking about?
No.
Oh, you're talking about a carnival with the rides?
Yeah.
I'm a Norfolk Flea Market girl.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love to see many pop-up tents. I love to see many of the small Black-owned businesses. I'm not going to say small as in minute. What I'm saying is they're getting started. So I love to walk and see those businesses and see those who are really starting in, and especially anything that empowers our community, right? Have nothing against anybody else's community. I'm just I'm a supporter first for my own community first. So I enjoy that.
Self-preservation.
Absolutely.
So now, full disclosure before I move on to the next question. It was the Virginia Beach Masquerade Carnival, but since I knew what she was going to say, I switched it up like to give Norfolk a shot. You see the jewel we got there about the small business because I did that? Producer, get out of me.
Exactly. He got me. He got me.
All right. So that was a nice move on my part, I think, because I didn't even know we would get that jewel.
Oh
about
my
the small
gosh!
business.
Look at that alignment, that connection right here, right? That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. Okay. So clearly a lady of style, a lady of the arts. This next question, I think it's still going to be difficult because your personality is so big, your energy is so big. So I think it's still going to be a hard one. This next question is going to art shows or comedy shows?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I kind of figure like you those are like,
yes,
that's you.
Yes,
that's you.
Those both speak to my soul. If I that's a very difficult one.
That's what I wanted.
Very, very difficult. If someone was to ask me which one I would choose, I'd probably say, what ticket did you buy? Right? That'd be it.
You hear that?
But
you hear that?
what ticket did you buy? And let's go. But if I had to choose specifically, it would probably be a great art show.
Great art show.
A great art show. Yes. I love the arts. It speaks to me. So I would probably say if I was buying my own, it would be the art show. It'd absolutely be an art show.
You hear that, fellas? Get your insight up. Get your insight up. Get your vision. Get your inner up.
Hey, he's telling you.
Love the arts. All right. So the last question, again, I think this one is going to be hard for you too.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm not even going to build it up and just jump right into this one.
You're tapping into this one. You're tapping in. Okay. Give it to me.
Fashion shows or hip hop tributes on the beach?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That one. Oh, cousin, you ain't right.
Yeah.
I would say hip hop tributes on the beach.
Hip hop tribute on the beach. That's a hard one not
that is a hard one not to be at. Be present right there on the water. You know, I love the water. You know, I post a lot of videos near the water. The water speaks. So of course the hip hop tributes on the beach, and then I catch a fashion show. Absolutely.
Because you love fashion.
Right? I love fashion. I love all kinds of styles, especially like I said, Black-owned businesses and those who are creating these, wonderful works of art and clothing. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're going to take a break here on Me and My Cousins, and we'll be right back at you with the second segment.
Absolutely.
4KINGS Media Group presents Clumsy Kings and Queens, dropping jewels. What's the deal with females curving men who adore them? For the abusive relationships? Make it make sense, please.
A lot of times, you may meet a young lady and you may be a nice guy, and it seems like things just don't go right. Maybe she was with her ex, and maybe the ex was abusive or treated her bad, and it's something that she is used to. Maybe she responds to it better or whatever. Life is life. People are going to go through like seasons. You're going to go through seasons, and different personalities and different people will come through your life, and go through your life. What's the right person for you? What is abuse in your perception? That's really the bottom line, because you get some people who see other folks' relationships be like, man, that's abuse. They yell at each other, or he's kind of handsy with her, very aggressive. But she may respond to that. She may like that. And on the other side, you may have someone who's very gentle, or somebody who's very, very gentlemanly. And, the woman may be like, that's too much of a soft guy for me. I'm not into that. I need kind of a brutish man.
Tito Vaci, stay forever in style.
We're back here on the Me and My Cousin podcast with, as you know, the elevated soul, Miss Allegra Lewis.
Yes.
And we're here with the second segment. In the second segment, we're going to ask the elevated soul some questions, about herself and about her line of work and, just, things she's into. So, the first question we like to know, or the people would like to know, because I already know,
Yes.
but what would you say is the mission statement for Allegra Reign Healthcare Solutions? Like what service would you say you provide for the community?
Ooh, I would say my mantra speaks for my business. And my mantra is embodying health, wellness, balance, and healing. So that encompasses everything. When we touch on the healthcare portion of what my business do and teaching and elevating the community is really in embodying it. Health and wellness is done in the mind first, right? A lot of people think you can exercise the body, you can do everything on the outside, but when the soul is not cleansed, right, and the mind is not free, then you're just doing the work on the external.
Right.
So when we speak about that, my team and I, and we go around and we talk about and we educate the community, it's really simple. The dynamics of this thing is really truly simple if we think about it, cousin. Let's just say arbitrarily you have high blood pressure, and the high blood pressure is related to what you eat. So how do we fix that? Not by modern medicine, but by changing up the way we eat, right? So if we take that and make it as simple, the simplicity of it, and say, so your blood pressure is high because you eat fried chicken all the time or pork all the time, and you just change that simple thing and watch it start to go down. Right? So that's what we do. And it also, when we speak of, like I said, my mantra, embodying the health, wellness, balance, and healing, what is it you like to do? Right? It's certain things that I never thought I would do in this journey. My girls have taken me, I'm doing Pilates, yoga, I'm on kayaking, I'm doing all that, right? Yeah. And it's like, this is that part of the healing. This is the part of that balance, right? I'm embodying my health and wellness, right? And so that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. And we're teaching you how to care for yourself and those behind you or your loved ones, right? At the end of the day, that's it. Teaching you how to care for yourself.
That's right. You hear that? So
yes.
Instead of giving you the fish, they teach you how to fish.
We teach you how to fish.
You can eat for a lifetime.
That's right.
Instead of eat for a day,
that's
eat
right.
for a lifetime.
Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to bait your rod, but, put a worm on the rod, but I am going to teach you, right?
I'm going to teach you how to fish.
I'm going to teach you how to.
You're going to heal yourself.
Absolutely.
I love it. So, kind of, you alluded to it some in your answer to the last question, but I still, if you get a little deeper, what inspired you to start this business?
Oh, wow. That is a great question, cousin. Right. This vision, this part of me has been a part of me for a very long time. I speak about it. It's probably been about 15 years plus. Okay. The fear and the lack of support is what kind of drew me back. Remember, because my spiritual journey has been just as long. However, I felt that in order to build what I needed to build, I had to have everyone else to do it for me, right?
Like
I needed everyone to be a part of it, right? If I'm going to do this with my ex-husband, I need you to support the house while I do it. If I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, right? It all started really and truly, I wanted to become a doctor. When I first started, I wanted to become a doctor, went to school, went to nursing. I really wanted to work in the pediatrics.
Okay.
But then when I started working at CHKD, I would cry all the time because it was such a sad thing to see those babies that way. So I said, okay, it's never too late, right? That part of me is never too late. I can become a doctor at 60.
That's right.
But I always knew I wanted to be in healthcare. But it was something about teaching. So as I'm in this journey, because I work in it, hands-on, right, I started to see the lack of resources in certain communities. Those communities which are our communities, right? And let's just be transparent. You don't have no money, you don't get what you need, right?
Facts.
That's it. And we started to see those individuals cycle back into the hospital all the time. So if I'm newly diagnosed diabetes, but I don't have the outside resource to teach me how to care for myself, how to give my insulin if I'm on it, then you're back in the hospital, right? So the doctor's like, well, they're back and the blood sugars and blah, blah, blah. But the thing about it is you're not teaching them how to care for themselves. You're just saying, here, take this and go. So I knew probably about 15 plus years ago that I wanted to get into teaching and really, really empower self to do that, to empower the community. Right. So that is the start of what I'm doing now. I didn't have the name. The name came later. Okay. Allegra's Reign. They kept saying Allegra's Reign, right? Spirit speaks. I listen, right? Right? I listen. Right. So Allegra's Reign. And then took that step in 2020 with a couple older partners. And so someone, got my license, got the LLC for me. And I said, okay, I'm going to take off from here. That part of me fizzled. That part of the business fizzled because remember what I said before. I needed everyone else, right? I needed everyone else to build this thing. So when I had to dismantle that, and boy, oh boy, what people don't understand is in dismantling, it's not just saying I'm walking away. Everything that you started to build and paid into, right? All of it, right? Had to dig up that foundation, that old foundation, dig up those roots. And I had to replant. And this time around, God said, I gave it to you. And I said, okay, I gave it to you. So if I'm giving this to you, you have to build this. I'm going to send the people that you need. Tracks. It's your mission. It's my baby, right? It's my baby. So I gave birth to her, right? And I just started doing what I needed to do to understand and feeding and growing. And now she's taller. She holds my hand, and I have a couple other businesses beyond that, right behind that. And so this is what it's about. Like I told you before, cousin, this is bigger than me, right? This is bigger than us. And so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
That's inspiration. That's inspiration for sure. So as you said, I think what I heard you saying in there, like you said, as far as with the Allegra's Reign.
Yes.
When the Spirit speaks, you listen.
Listen.
So your inspiration, it sounds like it came from the Spirit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not from everybody else telling me what I need to do and how I need to do it. But when you sit with self, you now are open. Right? Mine is open and you can hear and feel. And it's like, I'm going to move you. This is what you're here to do. This is what I assigned to you. Right? So I said, okay, you're kind of like that, right? Because my God and I have that kind of connection, right? In that relationship. I don't do it like everybody else. You got to check, I'm being checked and plugged in the head. Like I said what I said, right? And I be like, are you serious? Like, you coming to me? Like, yeah, I said what I said. You going to do it like this. Okay. So we're going to do this thing, right? And so the good thing about it, I always speak about it and say, I get to start over at every moment. If it's not this way, then I started over. It doesn't matter how many times I do it, right? And my grandfather, rest his soul, he would say, it's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up, right? So it's like, okay, I'm back up, dust off, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm going to keep going.
You from Bayside?
I'm from Bayside. What you saying? Keep rolling. Hey, you already know. That's the Bible, right?
Yeah, no question.
Right.
So, I'm gonna spin that question around just a little bit. I'm gonna flip it. It's kind of the same, but I'm a little different spin to it. So I would want to ask you, other than being a woman yourself, why is it you care so much about the wellness of other women? Other than being a woman yourself.
Oh my goodness, guys! If you'd asked me this 20 years ago, I'd be like, nope, right? I care about the wellness of other women because the first thing is I'm me. I'm not in competition with anyone else, right? I only compete with me each and every moment. How am I going to better me? At the end of the day, if we are a nation and we are here to build and empower, then that's what we need to do. I care deeply because I have two queens myself, right? I call them little people. They're not quite, they're even though we say they're grown, right? Our parents would say, you 18, you grown. Not really, right? I didn't get grown until my 40s. I'm just saying, out there, you know what I'm saying? The people, it takes time, right? I didn't know what it was to be an adult and grown, right? I pay my bills, I do this, but really, really
still more to it.
Live, right? So I have two, and they have great friends. And I'm gonna have grandbabies one day. I'm hoping, they be like, Mama, don't cross your hands the way the world is. I don't know.
Right.
I get it. But I cannot be who I am if I'm not empowering those next to me, right? If I'm saying that we're building this and we need to connect as a whole, as women, so that we can, I would say, restore.
Restore. It's a beautiful word.
Restore, right? Then I'm not doing my job. It's a disservice. That's what I would say. It's a disservice. If I'm the messenger, I can come to you all day as another woman and give it to you, right? And show you, right?
Right.
It's up to you to take it, but I'm here, right? And so that's how I think about that. And I connect with other goddesses, right? That's on the same type journey I am in holistic healthcare. And then they share what they do. I share on my page, because at the end of the day, this is a global thing, right?
Yeah.
I can't be out here hating on the next. I'm not hating on you, baby. If that's what you do, that's what you do, right? Understandably. But if I say that I'm here to empower, that's what I do. That's me, right? I am that I am.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's who I am, not what someone told you I am. Because that, don't get it mistaken. You well, so and so said it, so tell so and so call me, right? Because we need to all talk about this. I always tell my sisters when they call me, well, yeah, this was happening. Allegra, did you know? No, because I'm in the mind of my business unless you make it my business, right? So bring it so that we can have that and address that. You find, cousin, you find that most of us, when I say grown and adult, and most of us don't know how to communicate. Right? That's an issue. So we're finding that, and so we're also bringing that in. Communication. I have sisters who say, Allegra, did I do something? They'll call me. Did I do something? I haven't heard from you. No, girl, I'm really in the hibernation winter mode, right? I'm being me. I'm grooming me to get prepared for the spring, right? So it's not what you did, but I like the fact that we can call one another and we can speak. Right. If I hurt you, let me know that I've hurt you, and vice versa. So yes, I am saying that I am solely here not only to empower me, but to empower my sisters, because I am my sister's keepers. That is a true statement. I am my sister's keeper, and we empower one another.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. So the love of your blood sisters kind of extends to the love to all women.
All women.
All women.
That's right.
Powerful.
That's right.
Powerful. Okay, so I'll ask you this. And again, another question you somewhat alluded to earlier. But to your recollection, what are some of the biggest challenges you've dealt with while getting Allegra's Reign Health Solutions off and going?
Whew. The first thing was when you asked about building it, and I said I felt that I needed others around me. Right. So that was the first thing. I had to understand that this was divinely given to me and that I had to build it, right? And then, of course, Spirit would send those who need. So that was the first thing. That was the hardest thing. And then the support. So when we first start, we do look to those who are close. If anybody says, no, I don't, they will not be truthful. Right? Yeah. We look for those closest to us, our families, to support, right? For confirmation, right? When I say support, I'm not saying cheerleader, right? I'm saying supports, right? If, hey, girl, you need some pens, you need some papers, what you need, right? That kind of support. Right. I'm here for your events. That was the hardest thing, not to have that support.
Right. Understanding that and getting used to
that part.
That's not going to be there for me.
That's not going to be there for me, right? Those truly, exactly. Those who are truly closest to you, a lot of times are not the ones that support you. They cheer for you because the verbal support.
Because you're family.
Because you're family. Yeah. But the support came from, a lot of them were strangers.
You didn't even know.
I didn't even know. I worked with, like I said, my sisters, great sisters, soul sisters, who said, Allegra, you have an event. What can we do for you? That was what I needed. That type, right? And then, of course, the financial part of it. Because when I started, I worked for everything I put in.
Right.
There were no grant money, no none of that, right? I started it right after pandemic and all of that, SBA and those loan frauds and stuff. So they put a lot of stuff on that on hold. So I worked blood, sweat, and tears. Everything I put into Allegra Reign is something that I worked for. It's my money. And so that probably was the hardest. That was one of the hardest things, I would say, financially. Yeah. And then coming across those who knew how lucrative the business is, and would say, oh, I'm here for you, I got you, right? But really wanting what they want on the back end of things. So I had to have strong discernment. I had to really sit with me.
Know who to let in
and who to let in and who not to let in. And if it didn't flow the way, I said, okay, back that thing up. No, we good.
Like Juvenile.
Right, back that thing up, right? We're good. You know, thank you for even offering, but not this time around, right? So yes, that was
the toughest.
That was the toughest.
Yeah,
that was the toughest.
It's always tough. Like, support is definitely not a given by the ones you think are closest to.
Absolutely.
Definitely not a given. And you have to have the willpower and the strength of mind to be okay with it and keep charging forward.
Absolutely. That part. And that is a difficult, when you say that, you know, that is difficult because that's the expectation, right? Because of course they know. I'm starting this is what I want to do. This is how I want to build it, blah, 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 right? So you're thinking that they would, right? Because you're hearing me, you seeing it, but it's not that. So I had to be able to let that go. I had to let it go. Take my hands off of it, as I would say. I take my hands off of it. Whatever's going to be, it's going to be.
Leave it to the universe.
That's it.
All right, so you heard from the elevated soul herself.
Yes.
We'll be back with the next segment right after this.
Hey, check out a clip from the classic sitcom, Me and My Cousins.
Shell ain't answering her phone again, man.
Y'all beefing or something?
Nah, man, but she just been acting strange lately, though.
Strange how?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, just not the same.
You mean like going in the other room to talk on the phone?
Yeah, and other stuff too, but it seemed to always got to do with the phone, though.
I know you dumb as a rock and all, cuz, but it don't take a rocket science to figure this one out, cuz.
What you mean?
It means she cheating on you, cuz. We needed to spell it out in crayon for you, cuz.
Man, I ain't listening to y'all no girl having ass niggas, man.
That's the key, though. We ain't got girls by choice. Cause they gonna try to play us just like you being played right now.
Absolutely, cuz. Which is why we think like a grandmaster chess player. Stay in the head of our opponent, man.
A chess player, huh?
Yeah, Bobby Fischer, nigga.
Man, please. Like I'ma listen to three niggas that jerk off to the Lifetime channel.
And what's wrong with that? Sometimes a man need a little softcore porn in his life.
That's what you call the Lifetime channel? Softcore porn?
And why, nigga? A man gotta show some type of sensitivity towards a female. You can't be going around watching X-rated porn all the time, nigga. That's why she'll cheat on your ass now.
Why? Cause you probably trying to beat it up all the time. Like she Rossi Reynolds or Jasmine Cashmere. Hey, look at here. Anybody that know anything about women, especially our age, don't want to beat up no more like no young girl, man.
That box got more mileage on it than a package traveling from Tibet to Virginia by the time they hit our age, girl.
Cause ain't no 40-year-old woman trying to be doing no damn standing up 69 position. She wanna keep her horizontal bloated ass on that mattress where it's safe. No.
So y'all be learning all this from the Lifetime channel.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. It give us insight on what women think.
And that's how we know, man, they want a Ralph Tresvant type dude that's cooking the breakfast in the morning. And not some Bobby Brown type nigga that's sniffing coke off their ass cheek.
So you gotta learn what they tell them for that too.
You mean not getting hard?
Damn right.
What you say?
I tell them that I got diabetes. Damn, you use that too? I thought I was the only one that said that.
Hell no, nigga, man, that's my go-to move right there, nigga.
Who you tell that? I tell the bro, my sugar level high as the Eiffel Tower.
You gotta be kidding me, man. There ain't no way females falling for that, man.
Forget what they falling for. You need to worry about what you falling for.
What you mean?
Man, you know what the hell we mean.
We mean you need to start worrying about Jody knocking your little boo thing off.
How you know she know a dude named Jody?
What? She got a friend named Jody.
You done, cuz. If Jody blowing your girl back out, it's officially finito, man.
But tell me how you found out the dude's name was Jody, though.
Babe, come on, the movie ready to start.
I'm coming.
I've been waiting to see this. Wait to see this. You know it's a true story, right?
It's Planet of the Apes.
Babe, it's a true story.
Told you that.
My cousins told me.
Them niggas.
I'm calling you.
I need to take this.
What you mean?
I need to take this. I'll be right back.
The movie just started.
I'll be right back. Right back.
Tito Vacci, Monogram Eyewear. Stay forever in style.
Hey yo, we're back here on the Me and My Cousins podcast, and we're still here with the elevated soul, Miss Allegra Lewis. We want to get into a little bit about little birdie came and told me that next week you're gonna be in DC.
Yes.
So it was told to me that you will be a vendor at Howard University for the Women's Health and Wellness Expo of 2025. And what we want to know, I'm going to give you a quick series of questions, and you can just attack them all however you want. But what we would like to know is, what's the process of that day going to look like for you and your team? How does the expo like that flow? People walking around. How does it flow? What's the atmosphere like? And how would you find out or get connected to the expo?
Woo! Yes. So we're super excited about this. I'm always excited to be able to be a part of anything health and wellness. Right? Anything that empowers the community. If it empowers, I'm there. So Soulful, the owner of Soulful Vegan events, I got to connect with her last year when she came to Mountain Trashmore. She hosts many events around the communities. And so while I was out there, I was just looking at all the vendors, and it was exciting, from those who make natural oils and stuff like that. So when her event popped up that she would be hosting a health and wellness, I was like, oh my goodness. So I emailed her and I said, I'm interested in this, right? My team and I are interested. I'm owner of Allegra Reign Healthcare, and I want to be able to come out and empower the community. And so she said, I want you to do an application. It's an application process. And so I put in an application, and as I'm putting the application, I said, okay, God, what are we doing here? Doing what I told you to do, right? That's what the conversation, doing what she told you to do. That's right. And so put it in, and a day later she came back and said, I want you there. I want Allegra's Reign there. And so I said, okay. And she said, this is, we're going to be mainly focusing on women's health. And I want you to be able to speak on women's health and whatever materials. And I said, okay. And I instantly got on the phone and started prepping, calling my team, texting them. I said, we're going to DC, baby. Y'all ready? We're ready. We're ready, right? Everyone. And so it was like, this is what we're going to do, right? So that type of event. So we're excited. We'll be out there next. We'll be there next weekend. We'll be at the gym, Howard University's gym. Yes, my daughter is a graduate of Howard University. My oldest. Yes. And so she's super excited because she gets to go back to the school. Right, she graduated from. Right, but this event will be many vendors that's out there speaking on health and wellness for the women, right? For us, like I said, what's the main thing? Repair and restore. Right? We need to restore the community. We come together and we got to bring it back. So it's many of us out there. I want to say maybe 50 plus vendors. And you'll be able to go around to each table, get some information, get some little trinkets, but really empower you, right? Get that knowledge, gain all of that, those tools. That's what I say, tools for a successful life. Right? And so that's what it looks like. Yes.
50 vendors, everyone. Just
probably a little bit more, maybe about 50 or more.
Promoting health and wellness, trying to tell you how to get healthy mentally, spiritually, everything all around.
Everything. And the fun thing about this is it's a free event. It is a free event. You hear that, people? It's free.
You know if you're black, you like that word.
Right. It's like
free.
DC, so free. Exactly. DC, free. So I say, cousin, there's no excuse. Right? Even though we pay for what we want to pay for.
To get there.
But this is a free event. So if you desire not to come for and not wanting to get some of those resources or tools, that's a you thing. Because it's out there.
It's out there.
It is out there.
It's available.
It is available.
Health is wealth.
That's right. That's right.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, that's nice. So, speaking of that, have you participated in other expos?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Virginia Pathways, out there off of High Street,
Okay.
Portsmouth. I think I want to say big shout out to Jamel Reginald from Bayside Arms. You remember him? So he connected with me. And they have an amazing team as well that also help community. So we were out there during the Christmas holidays, and I've taken some pictures and put some videos up. And it was many of us out there, again, speaking about the very resources for our communities. And so I'm still linked with them as well. And like I said, and that was also free to the public. I was, kind of doing videos and sitting out and listening. This is free. Come on down, get this information. It's food. It's those type things. So again, we speak of the very things and the tools, right? that's out there for you guys. I just say, awaken, please, and just start using those, because again, it's available.
It's available and it's necessary.
It's necessary. It is necessary. Right. So anything we can connect to, that's what we're doing. That again empowers community. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
So how impactful or important would you say expos are to businesses like yours or companies like yours?
Their platform. Just like here, cousin.
Like social media, okay.
Just like here, right? You are the face to something so great, right? That is so great and very, very motivating and moving for someone like me that want to be able to get it out there in what I'm doing, right? Because let's just say, we'll use as a scenario. Most people know, they see them golden arches, they know that's the McDonald's, right? That's a Mickey. I'm gonna go off and say. So having platforms like this to really put what I'm doing or anyone else doing that's just starting and saying, hey, we're here, right? We're able to do this for you. We can come into your home and help you, right? It's not always a monetary thing. Allegra, I don't really have the money to do this, but can you help me? Absolutely, because my blessings and my flow comes from a higher power, right? That's it. That's it. It comes from the higher power. So I don't necessarily need you to flip open dollars or write a check from me. If you say you need the help, I'm there, right? I didn't say abuse it. I said, if you're saying I need this, can you guide me on this? Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why this is very important. Each event that someone hosts that's going to empower our community is very important to me, and I can put Allegra's Reign forefront. That's it. That's it.
All at the same time. All at the same time. So, we're gonna switch gears a little.
Okay.
I wanted to, you said it a couple times since we've been speaking. Yes. But I want to get a little bit more in depth. Okay. I want to get you to talk about your love for the carnivals. Where did that come from? Because I've seen, over the years, the costumes and where did that come from?
Oh my gosh. So, my great sister, Miss Lee Martin. Oh my gosh, I love her. Been knowing her for like 20 some years.
Okay.
Her family is into the carnival. She would say, hey, come to a soca party, a reggae party, cousin. As she would say, sis, it's not what you think it is. I would say I stopped club hopping probably in my early 30s because it became dangerous to just go out, right? If you're not running from the bullets, you're running from the ignorance of, others that you don't want it. So I was like, I don't want to. She took me to my very first soca party for my 40th birthday.
Okay.
And in Fort Lauderdale. And when I say I fell in love, I didn't even know we partied till 6 a.m.
So when you was 40, that's
40. That was my first experience. Now I love reggae music. I listen to it, but really go to a party where you leave out the building and the sun is up, right? That kind of party, right? But it was nothing but love and vibes in there. When I say just a higher elevation, I was like, I'm loving this. And so a couple years after that, she said, come with me to, my cousin has a band and I want you to come out with me to Norfolk.
Right.
And that's when I had dressed up and I had my little skirt on. It was not the costumes. And I fell in love instantly. Wow. And she said, I want you to come and join the band next year, Allegra. And I said, Okay, right? Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna put on that yet, but okay. So the so I don't say that's like that yet, right? I'm not sure yet, right? So what our parents say, keep it together, right?
Ready for all that, yeah.
They're ready for all of that.
Uh-huh.
But when I say the energy, the vibes, the colors, the music, all love, and the women who love themselves so much, right? They did not care that you didn't like that they had a little extra. They love them. And I said, I want to be a part of this. Yeah. So
self-confidence.
That self-confidence, when I say they were in, they was just like, yes, I'm loving me, right? And I was like, oh man, right? You know, and so when I first started it and I got to dress up, and I said, I love it, and have my wings and everything. I was like, oh my God, right? I'm loving this. Okay. Had a good time. We walked it, had the most amazing time. Went back and did it again the second year, and now I'm on my third year. And when I say the color, the vibe, and I will say, like I said, the vibes. It's the vibes. It's the music. It's the colors. It's the love. That community, right? The island community, the reggae community, the soca community, it's all love. Okay. It's all love, and we love one another. We love up on one another, and it's nothing to tell the next woman, you are beautiful in that, baby.
So you've been to a couple.
I have.
You've been to, okay.
Yes, okay. Virginia Beach, Norfolk. I didn't go to Raleigh, but I went to Baltimore, and so this year we have Bahamas, and we have Virginia Beach again, and we have Norfolk. So we're excited.
So I got to put you on the spot.
Yes.
The ones you've been to, which one was the best so far, or was it just the first experience?
I would say probably the Maryland. Right. Norfolk is great. I mean, we bring the energy down in Norfolk, and walking down in Norfolk at the waterside, the energy is crazy. Maryland is on a whole different, going to Baltimore was on a whole different level. I'm hoping that the Bahamas is even more exciting. Yeah. So yes, but I would probably say Maryland was it.
Is it a reason why Maryland was?
I'm thinking maybe that the culture there is more accepting. There's a lot more, island individuals and souls that live there, so they're really into the music, the carnivals and stuff like that. Virginia Beach is new too, so this will be our second year in Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach is a whole different type of culture, right? So getting to see the colors and the vibrance and stuff is a little bit different. Norfolk was more accepting. They've been doing it for years out of Norfolk. So I will say, because Baltimore is pretty heavy on doing the masquerade and the bands, then it was different. Okay.
So I would ask, what was the worst carnival you ever went to? But I don't think you ever went to a worse. I don't think you ever saw that one.
I didn't. I would probably say Virginia Beach was probably my least. It was the first year. Actually, the second year, they put a little bit more stipulations on how we can walk and the music and stuff like that. So it made it a little bit difficult, because they still wanted to, even though they were trying to embrace that part of the culture, it still overwhelmed them, right? Because we already know we're going down there. Right? So you kind of gotta, what we would say, behave, right? Carnivals isn't about misbehaving, it's just a sense of freedom. So if you're not allowing that sense of freedom of expression and you're limiting, it makes it really difficult to enjoy that. So I would probably say Virginia Beach was the least. And I'm a beach girl.
No surprise there.
Yeah, you already know.
No surprise there. So, all right, cuz, so we're about to come to a close for the day. You've been an amazing guest.
Thank you.
You gave amazing information.
Thank you.
But before we go, I would like to ask you one more question.
Okay.
And that question would be, and I would like you to look into that camera when you answer.
Okay.
That question would be, what in a summary would you tell yourself 25 years ago to give you advice on what direction to go, to make it an easier path? What would you tell yourself? You're out there.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful souls. I would probably say that if I had to speak to me at 25 years ago, it would be, do not control the outcome. Do not control the outcomes, and do not try to control the outcomes. Allow it to flow. when we start trying to control outcomes of our life, then it increases anxiety and increases all of that, right? Trust in what you feel, right? If I close my eyes, I trust in what God is saying to me, right? Speaking, and what I feel, right? Because I'm tapping into that divine power. I trust in what somebody presents, not in what I see them as, but what they show me, right? Trust in that. And then do not fear starting over again in relationship wise, right?
Okay.
Right?
So don't hold on too long.
Don't hold on too long to something.
Don't hold on too long.
Don't hold on to something that doesn't grow you, right? If it doesn't grow you, if it's not watering you, if it cannot reciprocate what you're giving, then you take your hands off and you let it go. And that's in everything, right? Business, your personal life, whatever. But I would say to me, and I say to me now, I trusted in the flow. I trusted in the connection. My God knows the desires of my heart, right? My wants. But what is it I need? And then I speak on what I don't want, right? Because we always speak about what we do, but what I don't want, right? What I refuse to allow. I have some flexibility, but it's very, very little as my growth. I have definitely set boundaries. Right. So if I had to tell myself that 25 years ago, it would be setting boundaries, right? Because, oh my goodness, people love to violate them, don't they? They love to violate your boundaries and then tell you you're wrong by checking them.
Some say your boundaries are your greatest creation.
My greatest creation, right? Because my boundaries is assuring and affirming me. Right? It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me, what I will and what I won't tolerate. Trust and love again. You know, cousin, I was in a marriage and a relationship for 20 some years. To let that go and to really start healing from that and start trusting in what I'm doing and who I am and trusting in the connection and love. Yes, right? Whatever is brought, whatever I connected with and whom I connected with. Trust in, I would say, again, your growth and your healing is the most important thing in this whole genre and spectrum of life. That is what it is. The start of it, healing, is just the start, but the transformation and evolution is everything, right? Me and how I empower and continue to elevate, right? I am, again, that I am, and I am a walking, what I would say, a living and a walking witness to what I'm doing here and who I'm aspiring, right? And so speaking to me then into the now, I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of where I was. I do not dismiss what I've been through because that helped me to be here. Right? It's all a lesson. It's a greater lesson. And now, and not just understanding, I understand and I overstand. So that's the part. And I give myself hugs all the time, right? I congratulate me. I validate me. And that's what it is. And once I started doing that and understanding who I am and what I enjoy, it's nothing. It's nothing. And I don't allow the traumas or the insecurities of others to dictate who I am, right? And what I do. So I just say I'm loving me. I always say I love me first. Self-love is the greatest love and it's the greatest empowerment. And once you have that, no one can tell you shit. They can't tell you shit, right? And tell you the sky is blue. I'm going to say, let me go see that sky, right? I'm not going to take in what you say. I'm going to go see it for myself. So that's it.
So self-love, you self-love.
I love me.
You forgot one thing to tell yourself.
Tell me. What I say?
If he says, do you got a man, do not give him a shot.
Do that what?
That's the bad shot.
You got a man.
That's a bad shot, young Allegra.
No, exactly.
Shoot him down.
No, don't do that. Yes, I got one.
Me and my cousin's podcast.
Yes.
Allegra Elevated Soul Lewis.
Yes.
See you next time.
Peace.
Narrated by yours truly, Infinite Will.